What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to Selfish Therapy. It's your girl Lorraine. I'm back again with another video. Guys, if you have not seen my last two videos, why am I still single? And he did what on the first date? Please make sure that you go ahead and watch those two videos. Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up if you like the videos. And subscribe to my channel, guys. Don't forget to turn your post notification bell on, so whenever I post new content, guess what? You will be the first to know. Alright, so by the title of this video, you already know what we're getting ready to talk about today. If you want to see this video, stay tuned. Alright? So guys, I know this is a very touchy topic, and it's probably going to get me some kind of hot water because I already know that some people are going to have their own opinion. So I just want to be clear, a quick disclaimer up front, guys. I am not saying that cheating is okay. I'm not saying a person should get a pass. I'm not saying anything of that nature. This is just really an open conversation for us to look at it from different perspectives. That's all. All right? So let's be clear on that. Now, moving right into the video. So guys, so the first thing is, what is cheating? Okay? Cheating could be having sex with somebody outside of your relationship, inappropriate text messages, any kind of emotional connection outside of your relationship, and there was another one, forgot. Or disrespectful flirting. A lot of people will disagree with the definition of what's considered cheating, only because many people have the mindset that cheating is only if you get physical on a sexual level with another person outside of your relationship. Anything outside of that to them is not considered cheating. Well, I disagree. There are emotional connections. There are text messages that are inappropriate. There are phone calls, conversations, flirting, anything of that nature. I feel like it's all tied into cheating. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's how I look at it. So putting it in the simplest form, I know how to explain it. This is how it works in my head. If it's something that you have to hide, or you cannot do that thing or say that thing or act that way while your significant other is there or in front of them, that means you're doing something wrong. Now, while I do not agree with cheating, no way, shape, or form, I have to say nobody's perfect, and I think it has to be looked at on a case-by-case basis. Because I feel like you may have a situation where for whatever the reason is, they had a moment of weakness, they stepped out. But this person, if you really give this person a chance, you could tell that, you know what, that's the worst thing I've ever done in my life and I'll never do it again, and that's something that you could work out. Versus a person that is just super disrespectful, they're constantly stepping out, they're constantly cheating, have no regard for you regardless of what happens, they're going out there having babies, all of that. You know what I mean? Now that's the person you kick to the curb. Now, what I wanted to ask or throw out there is, if you're with a person for a certain amount of years, this man or this woman is super good to you, don't have any issues with the person, outside of the normal relationship stuff, but here you go, somebody had a moment of weakness, stepped out, and something happened that wasn't supposed to happen. Are you going to walk away from your long-term relationship? This is not a bad person. You could tell. Now, that person is, you could tell that this person is really sorry, or they made a mistake. Now, somebody said to me, there's no way you could make a mistake and end up sleeping with somebody else. But sometimes there are deeper issues. But where does forgiveness fall in? You understand what I'm saying? I don't think that person gets the same treatment as another person, because I don't feel like once a cheater, you're always a cheater. I don't believe that. I don't. And if you do, drop your comment down below. Let's hear it. I would love to hear it. And why you believe that. Society have us to believe that there's this whole picture of, if a woman or a man sticks around for a person that cheated on them, it's almost like they get scrutinized if they decide to stay. And you don't know what that relationship does for that person. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about an unhealthy relationship. It's not about a relationship where you could clearly see that there is no respect in that relationship. There's no love, or it's clearly some kind of emotional abuse going on and a whole bunch of toxic stuff. That's not what I'm saying. Putting that aside, I'm just saying a healthy marriage. Don't worry about that, guys. But I'm just saying a healthy relationship. Things do happen. And are you going to throw away your relationship for that one mistake? Just because society says, no, he needs to go? Where is the working through it? Where is the, here we go, we're standing the test of time, let's try to work it out? Where is that? You understand? So that's kind of where, why I feel like this should be handled on a case-by-case basis. Now, do we need to talk about it, work on it, work through the issue, try to figure out what happened? Where did things take a turn? Absolutely. We do need to go through that process, because I need to make sure that this is not a you thing, in terms of this is not something that you're struggling with. I've been doing this, so you're just really a dang cheater. You know what I'm saying? Type of situation. Versus you had a weak moment and you realize that I did something wrong and I'm sorry. I know what I have. I do apologize. Let's work on it to make sure that this never happens again. Because I do feel like people learn from that. You see what I'm saying? So I absolutely do. Now, a lot of people might beg to differ. You're entitled to your own opinion. I would love to hear it. Drop it down below. I definitely feel like you have good people who make mistakes. And I do believe that you have to give people a chance. You have to forgive. And, people do learn from their mistakes. And you have to give them a chance to prove that. That's what I absolutely believe. Cheating is not exempt. It's just like any other thing. It's not exempt. It's one of those things. Unless, again, this is a person who is straight up disrespectful, a straight up cheater, straight up a liar. That's not who we're talking about. That's a whole different ball game. All right. So I just wanted to say, my belief is I can't say that cheating is a deal breaker, only because it has to be taken or looked at from a case by case. It is not a black and white situation. There's definitely some gray areas, and it should be a conversation between the couple. Don't let society pressure you to walk out of your relationship when you know that that's not the case. However, there is work that needs to be done if you decide to stay. Okay? So, on another note, if you do decide to stay in the relationship after infidelity, if you say you're going to stay and try to work it out, you should honestly try to do that. It is not okay for you to hold it over a person's head, because that's not forgiveness. Because, listen, a lot of the times people stay in a relationship and they constantly beat that person down with that one mistake that they made. And I just don't think that's right. It is not okay for you to do that. If you know that you are not sure, say that. Be upfront with the person. It is not okay for you to say, yes, I want to stay, and then it just keeps coming up over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? It's not okay for you to keep hanging that over that person's head, because there's no healing. There's no way. You're not moving away from it. You're not making any progress. You just constantly sit there and you constantly bring that thing up. You constantly throw it in that person's face. Because technically that's not living. That's not a relationship. You don't do that. You go through the process. If you need time, you say, listen, I need time. I don't know. But if you're going to stay, you need to be willing to honestly forgive that person and let it go and move on. I didn't say forget. I said forgive and move on. Okay? So that you guys could be in a happy place again. All right? And the last thing I wanted to touch base on is, if you are the person that stepped out, you need to allow that person to heal. It's not the snap of a finger. You don't get to decide when that person forgives you. You don't get to decide how that person reacts. You don't get to decide that. You made that choice, and now you need to do everything that you need to do to make things right again. As long as you want that relationship, you have to work hard for it, because you're the one who broke the trust. And don't feel like, oh, I've tried everything I can, now I stop. Nope. If it takes a whole year for that person to get over it, then you got to work with them. So don't expect forgiveness overnight. Don't expect not to do anything and expect things are going to come back just to where they were. That's not what it is. You have to be honest. You made a mistake and you hurt somebody. You broke the trust, and now it takes time to get back to where it needs to be, if it could get back to where it used to be. Now, if that's what they say, you need to give them the respect. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not seen my last two videos, don't forget to go ahead and watch them. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Turn your post notification bell on so that whenever I post new content, you guys will be first to know. I thank you so much. Please drop a comment down below. I would love to hear your side of the story, or what's your opinion. Again, whether you disagree or agree, that's fine. As long as you keep them comments respectful, I'm perfectly okay. All right, so let's talk about it, guys. Thank you again for watching, and don't forget, follow me on IG, guys, at Selfish Therapy, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye.